What happens when you ask well over 100 designers to design for a cause, design for an injustice? They end up sending you well over 100 posters. And this is the result. Where Is My Vote is an amazing exhibition that covers the world in terms of talent. All the images here on these placards, they have a collective power. And we owe that power to each and every artist who felt in their gut the need to express themselves on the injustice that they saw. You know what makes this show so striking? It's the fact that everybody has the same theme. Everybody believes that there was an injustice perpetrated on a people. But each person has a different vocabulary, a different way of articulating their ire. And while the show isn't an angry show, although there are some posters that are angrier than others, some of these posters are filled with wit. Some of them are more formal. Some of them are more symbolic and allegorical. And some of them are so literal that it's hard to miss the message. But that's what makes this a terrific expression of real disdain, and hopefully of hope as well, but certainly of disdain for what took place during that election.
When you walk through the various rooms here in the gallery, the idea was that it would sort of mimic the demonstrations in Tehran. A lot of voices visually raised by these posters expressing their indignation about the results of the election in Iran in the summer of 2009, and echoing the theme, the title of this exhibition, which is Where Is My Vote?
As I look through these 4 rooms, I see posters standing together as placards without anybody holding them, stuck in ballot boxes. And it's symbolic of the idea that the Iranian people had become invisible to the government. They had lost their vote. When you look at all of these posters together, you get both an eerie sensation and a hopeful one. All the colors of the rainbow, but particularly green, are here to be seen, and all kinds of imagery and typography express themselves and kind of merge into one big whole that will have power over time.
While many of the images in these posters contrast one with the other, there are some common themes that run through the exhibition. One, of course, is the use of the color green, which is the color of the Where's My Vote movement, and also the color of the flag of Muhammad from back in the 8th century. But also it's green as well as white and red, which are the colors of the Iranian flag. Black is used a lot. The teardrops, blood drops are also frequent themes seen in a lot of these posters.
Yeah, there's a lot of authorship in these posters as opposed to problem solving. Although they did have to solve a problem. How do you respond to the failed election in Iran? What happened here, and it was terrific, is that the artists were called upon by the various curators of the show and asked to contribute. And 80% of the people who were asked contributed almost immediately, as if that in their minds they already had the answer. They had the answer because they were looking at CNN and they saw what was going on in the streets of Iran. They had the answer because it appeals to them on a more universal level, that they understand what it means to lose your freedom and to have an election taken away from you. And it certainly happened in the United States. So the American artists themselves probably could apply their own frustrations to this frustration. This artwork is kind of like a sympathy card. You know, you look at this stuff and it's by people who are not involved necessarily in that electoral process, but everybody is sending their best wishes and sympathies and hope that the next time there will be a free election.